the trophy. So photographs before the start of the Snooker World Cup final. The trophy, this trophy was donated by a former king of Thailand, Junhui and Liang Wenbo for China A, Judd Trump and Barry Hawkins for England. Best of 7. We start with 2 singles frame, the first of them between Trump and Liang.
Swap the sides, yeah.
Just sorting out who's going to sit where. Before we can get underway, Mikey Kessler, the referee, just putting the trophy back on its plinth.
All the best to you.
This could be a really good match. Let's hope so.
And all the best.
And it's going to be Liang Wenbo to start.
Thank you. It's the first frame. China to break.
Mike Allett alongside me to enjoy the final. A lot of snooker has been played this week, Mike, but it's all down now to this last match.
Certainly is. I mean, I think they were juggling positions, of course, in the first few days of the week as regards the group stages. Friday was brilliant when all the tension came on to see who was qualified, but there's been some quality snooker since then. And I'm sure there's going to be some in this final as well. 4 quality players. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to lift this trophy. And massive money available. They're already guaranteed £38,500 each to be here in the final, but if they win, they'll pick up £77,000 each. This is the climax. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, and of course what's unique about this is that you get to enjoy it with another player. Normally you want to beat everyone, but this is a team event, albeit only 2-man teams.
I think in some ways China are a little bit lucky to be here or into the latter stages. I mean, this man hasn't played at his best. He'll probably be the first to admit that, but he's chipped in when needed. But Ding Junhui has certainly played his part. He's been very strong for their team. England have been a little bit more consistent. So it's going to be interesting to see how this final pans out. Like I said, 4 quality players. I think I've just got a feeling that we might need all 7 frames. Good pace there.
Yes, Liang mindful that you just can't leave Judd Trump pots on. He's looked very confident in this tournament. Trump seems to like the format, to play well. Of course, Mark Selby was due to be the England captain originally, but broke his toe, couldn't come to play. Which has worked out very well for Barry, hasn't it? Barry Hawkins.
Well, it's £38,500 he's picked up. He could have been sat at home. That was a nice little bonus. I know he's had to work for it, but... And still, hopefully, for him and Judd, more to come. Well, he's messed up with the safety there, trying to get around the back of the black. So the first chance sent in this opening frame of this final falls to China.
Yes, of course, Liang has fond memories of playing Trump. He beat him to win his first ranking title last season. English Open in Manchester. Started celebrating a couple of pots before he'd actually won, but he just couldn't keep the excitement down.
Yeah, I remember that. Still needed the blue to the middle, didn't he? I think he enjoyed it, though.
Yes, he's a great character. He does get excitable, but he's a great player too, and just looking to settle down early here in this final. I'm sure there'll be plenty of nerves, not least, of course, in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, he had looked a little bit edgy in the last couple of matches, but they've still come through. Oh, I mean, Phil Yates is just watching him during the week, and technically he was sort of jumping about on the shot a little bit, which he doesn't normally do. I think that's just pure tension.
9.
I'm sure things had a word with him. At the end of the day, yes, there was a lot on offer, but you want to win, but enjoy at the same time. I wonder if he'll try and play a little cannon here to hold the white. He wants to clip the one just right of the edge of the pack, not the one that's just above the black that could go wrong. Just a little soft stun up. Well, he missed the cannon, but knowing he still had the red to the left middle.
16. $17.
Lost the white a little bit there. It flew off that side cushion. Well, he's going to have to play another cannon here. Just depends how it finishes. He's probably going to have to hit the one above the black here. Half ball will be perfect. He's got the black, got the cannon, but he's lost the white. The red is on, but it's tough from there. If it's dead straight, no problem. Well, in fact, he put the red in the wrong side of the pocket. That's why he's finished low on this black once more. Still more work to be done.
Yeah, there was a lot of jaw there. It wasn't clear, actually, if it was going to go in or not.
Well, when you're a youngster, you're always told, make sure of the pot here, let the rest happen. If you don't land on the red, fair enough, you can still play a safety. Always a tendency to take your eye off the pot. There you go.
China 25.
Yeah, it all went wrong. He just lost ideal position a couple of shots ago, and just every shot after that was just getting more difficult. So Trump not badly punished for the safety shot he played when he left him in. And he's lining up a pot himself.
Well, he stayed with it because he wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was another one of those that was sort of heading for the jaw and you weren't quite sure it was going to drop, but it did.
And this is a great chance to steal. Okay, he might need to open up the pack in a few minutes' time, but I'm sure he's glad to be back at the table.
Seven. Eight.
Just again get the feeling, David, these four players will bring the best out of each other during this final. Oh, I hope so, because we're in for a treat.
Yeah, I think England have gelled well. They seem to have enjoyed it. As I said, it's right at the start of the tournament, no one's got a bad word to say about Barry Hawkins, so that was always going to work, I think, as a team.
15.
Yeah, they've had some fun, but they've certainly played for each other. Now, can Judd here get England off to a good start?
They seem to have been relaxed as well, even
20.
yesterday when Northern Ireland were coming back at them. You know, cut to them in the seat and they were sort of smiling and they weren't getting too tense. And
21.
It's quite a tense format, it's quite cutthroat.
Well, this might be a key shot coming up here if he runs into the bunch. Yeah, I agree with you. They certainly have always looked like sort of, there's always been a smile on their faces as they've gone through the event, whatever has happened. Now they have a chance to pick up some really big money. courtesy of our sponsors, of course.
27.
Well, for me, David, there's no doubt that this week and this tournament has been a great success. I've enjoyed it.
Well, we've ended up with a great final. It's a different format to what we're used to with the ranking events, but it's the same game with the same challenges.
34.
Some of those final group matches on Friday were tense. Unbelievable. That finish that Ding put together against Hong Kong was terrific.
35.
Now, I'm not sure where the next red's coming from. He wanted to be high in the pink here. I'm not sure. Well, again, the one in the middle of the fall, can't quite see if that goes. He's checking that because then he'll have to come over roughly where he is now. He's going to have to play this pink with a little bit of check side on the cue ball.
Yeah, it's all about where he leaves the white, because he played with that red previously, didn't quite get on it as intended.
Yeah, it's the middle one there with the 3. If anything, he wants the white back where it is now, but about 1.5 inches, 2 inches to the left. Tries to go around the table. I think he's caught the brown. No good. And now the pink's being respotted, he could be snookered here.
41.
Well, I think he can clip one just left of the pink. Well, that was a fine shot. In more ways than one.
England 41.
So 41 from Trump to lead by 16 in this opening frame.
Well, he needs a good one here. He knows it. Bit pacey. Just wonder what sort of angle that he's got on this red. Actually, he could stun over for the black. If it's off straight, I think he'll be having a go at this. Well, it's not bad. The danger here, if he misses it and catches side cushion, top cushion, he might split the other reds. Oh, what was I saying?
1.
Well, it's a great pot, but he's lost the white. He wanted to be the other side of the pink to go into the reds. Well, the pot is on, and there might be a red on, but it's a tough pink. Got a 17-point lead, possibly looking to close the shop here. If he puts the white behind the yellow on the back cushion, that would be perfect.
Blue ball.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because
England won.
if this were an individual event, Trump may well have taken the pink on there, but of course he's not just playing for himself. That might have just been in the back of his mind.
Yeah, he has refused a lot of pots this week. Simply because of that. Well, this is a basic return back to the bulk area. Just make sure that you get the reds fairly safe. Not bad. Judd can see this red near the pink though. It's going to have to be on the very thin edge. There's a possibility they might cut it back into the corner. Well played. I think Micah Kessler's got to be careful refereeing at that end with that trophy on that plinth. He might go flying during this match. Well, that was the best he could do, really. There's no way Judd will take that red on. He'll just clip off this one, take the white down the table. Keep things tight. Yes, it's not England that have to take the risks at the moment. It's not bad, and the bonus is that he's taken the brown off the cushion as well. Same again for Liang here. He might be able to get the white behind the brown and the blue, actually. If he catches it correct. Looks good. Looks very good. Well played. Well, I mean, Judd played a good safety there, but it was inviting that a little bit. But he's played one. I think you can just feel the expectation in the air, Davey, can't you, with this crowd? They're up for it, aren't they? So are the players.
Yeah, and this is a good little exchange. Well, he's going to clip off one of them. It depends which one. Whether he comes off the one near the top cushion, he's got to avoid the black, of course, and not push a red over the corner. That was a good escape from Judd Trump there, because whatever Liang plays here, so he's got to be careful that he doesn't leave one on. Well, if anything, he just slightly overhit it, but he's got it fairly safe. Well, a few noises off.
Mobile phone. Nice tune. Might be some of the radios actually in the background. Some of the staff. Tournament members. All we see, David, is the table and the arenas, don't we? But you know, there's a lot goes on in the background to put these events on. A massive amount of hard work.
Anxious looks from Liang. Well, he's holding his hand out to suggest he's got away with it. Not so sure.
No, neither am I. But as the cue ball went down, he looked very anxious. I think this one is cuttable. Twice across for the pink.
One.
Well, that's just gone a little bit awkward. I might even play the black here. Yeah, it's too straight. Well, he could drop this in and leave himself a red to the opposite corner, but it's not easy. Yellow to the side cushion, I think.
England 1.
Yeah, I think that's the right shot at the right time. Judd's got this man on the back foot here. And he's just saying to him, make one more mistake and I'll take this frame out.
Well, they could have finished anywhere. I think now's the time to hold your hand up, I think. Not the last shot.
Well, Judd might be able to get behind the blue here. Use the brown as a stopper for the red. Well, he's underhit it. And that's not great because that's now given Liang a chance to put Judd in trouble. He really should have got that cue ball behind the blue. Well, again, that wasn't great. Well, he hasn't got the snooker because obviously he played the pot first and foremost, and a bit disappointed he hasn't knocked that in, really. Although England are in a decent position here in this first frame. This Still plenty on for China, and Liang's just played one. Okay, it's not a snooker, but it's tough. Well, hang on though, where's the blue?
Foul. China 5.
Well, no real damage done, except for the 5 points conceded.
Foul.
Trump put back in.
China 4. Free ball.
It's a free ball.
So.
Well, I can't believe that's not a free ball. I'm sure it's not a free ball. You can't cover a red by a red. These two reds on the left-hand side.
Back.
Yeah.
A little bit more. This way. Can I have Hawkeye, please?
It's not far away, because let's not forget that Judd actually just knocked the blue in from around that area. Probably a bit more to the right, a bit further back. That's okay. It's pretty much online. Well, Liang might have got his reward here. Chance to get back in this frame then. Needs to have just slightly turned around at the end of this frame. Judd was pretty much in control. He's going to power the black in here, try and get on the red behind the black spot. This will be some shot. He's got the pot. What about the position? Great effort. Not quite there though.
8.
This already feels like the deciding frame. It's only the first frame. There's 1 point in it. 2 reds left. A couple of balls safe.
Bit of something side on the white would have been handy there, trying to get in the middle of the table with a cue ball to lay the snooker. Well, he's caught it on the way back and he's left it. All of a sudden, the mistakes are coming from Judd Trump. Well, that was a wide at cricket. That was a mile away.
Tension. You can understand it. It's, obviously the whole week has come down to this last match.
I wonder if Judd will play the red off the brown here, David. Hold the white there for the snooker. Possible snooker. Yep, take the red up the table, but you got the double kiss. He's got the snooker on one, but not on the other. It's not bad.
No, and that's opened everything up now. The only safe ball now is the yellow.
Just 1 point in it. Yellow will be the key colour. I think we're just about on the 30-minute mark here, or just over it, this opening frame. Could have done with the white tied to the cushion. Liang might be tempted here with the red to the green pocket.
Sorry. Sure. The red or the white?
Well, Chinese player asking a German referee in English to clean the cue ball, but we got there in the end.
Well, I think he's going to the yellow pocket. Very close.
They're both going to need that yellow, of course. Trump put it there much earlier on in the frame when he had a good lead. That lead's been whittled back to 1 point. Fingernails being bitten, I'm sure, by Barry Hawkins and Ding Junhui as well backstage.
I think he's just going to bounce this red off the back and side cushions, bring the white down here near the brown. Yeah, that wasn't an attempt at a pot. Don't go in off though. Ooh. Well, Judd can play a similar shot here. Might play a thin edge. Well, that wasn't thin enough. But he's had a result. Well, we find a lot of the doubles frames have been, not a lot of them, but some of them have been protracted this week. One of them was over, I think it was an hour and 5 minutes. Most of the singles frames have been pretty quick. Still fascinating though to see who's going to put the first frame on the board and in this final. Hang on. Tell you what, if it's in if it goes. Cagey stuff. Well, the yellow's come off, but I tell you what, that yellow, the cue ball was going in the pocket till the double kiss. Well, that's certainly opened up things now. Now both players have to be careful, 'cause all of the colours are on. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there from Judd. Might be a snooker. Yep, it is. Going to have to come off the side cushion. And as always, it's not about the hit. It's what's left. Well, I say about the hit.
Foul. Miss.
Well, that's going back. Take two. Would you believe it? How many times do we see that? And sometimes they win the frame off it. Luckily for Judd, that red is on the side cushion. Well, the problem you've got, obviously, he might not win the frame for me unless he goes for the double. But the table's been turned because Judd was in control of this frame, and now Liang is. He's not contemplating the double, is he? He's thinking about it. He could land on the brown. He's definitely thinking about it. Well, you can never guarantee where they're going to finish if you catch a knuckle. I think he's being tempted. He's gone for it. It's not far away, you know. Oh. And I think he's left it. I think Judd can cut this red back in. Lines have been a little bit too thin. Needs that white to go behind the black. There's another chance here for Liang Wenbo.
This has become such a nervy frame. 2 points in it.
Well, I think he'll be going for this, but still, it's about where the white's going to finish. He needs a nice cannon on something, either stun onto the yellow or run into the blue. With this tension, the pot is not easy. Now, is there going to be a gap? I think there is. He's left it.
Well, a few deep breaths needed, I think, here. As Trump lines up the red. Referee just settling everyone down. Now, that's not finished great.
No, you won't be going for anything here. Just dolly in behind the black.
He didn't really pot the red clean, but he can take control here.
England 1.
Might have 6 more frames of this. Very, very tense.
What's the equivalent of the St. John's Ambulance Brigade in China Day? Do you know? We might need them.
Well, I think we can see the importance of it to the players from the way this frame's developed. Liang in a bit of trouble.
It's a great hit, but he's left it. It's potable. Well, he has had chances at the end of this frame, Liang, to win it. He had that, near double, and especially that red into the left middle. Now we'll just dolly this yellow in for the green. Twice up and down, that's fair enough. He made sure of the pot. Keep going.
2.
This looks pretty good to me. He's got a 3-point lead. What about that for a positional shot? Brilliant.
Yeah, he needs down to the blue to give England a 1-0 lead in the final.
Wow, what an opening frame this has been.
5.
They haven't held this tournament every year, but the last time England actually won the World Cup was 1989, a few months before Judd Trump was born.
9.
Towards the end of this frame, we didn't know who was going to win it.
No, it really could have gone either way. It's been a very edgy start, but Judd Trump, in the end, has done the business for his country.
20 into frame.
Remember, it's only first to 4 in the final. Little smile from Liang Wenbo. He knew he had his chances there, but it's Judd Trump who gives England the lead. And, of course, the next frame is another singles frame. It's Barry Hawkins against Ding Junhui as the World Cup final continues here on Eurosport. Judd Trump giving England the lead. After this next frame, there'll be a doubles frame. Remember, it's first to 4 to win the first prize, which works out around about £77,000 each. It's going to be Hawkins, I think, to break here. Well, these two had to sit and watch that 40-minute frame.
Second frame.
Let's see how this one
England
develops.
break.
Barry Hawkins to get England underway. Of course, he won the decider in the semi-final about 2 hours ago against the China B team.
Well, this could be a very important frame as regards China right here if they go 2-0 behind. Ding looking to hit back for his team.
Yes, here we are in Wuxi City. That's the hometown of Ding Junhui, so you'd expect China to be popular here anyway, but the fact that Ding is a local boy makes them more so.
Settle down, please.
I was about to say it might go behind the green, wasn't far away. Another great return there, look at that. Mind you, he has left this red on the left-hand side and the black's available. I think we'll see Barry having a go at this one. Unless that's a 3-ball plant on the black spot. You can play this with an element of safety. Of course, if it goes in, he's on the black. Close. Well, there is a possible red to the green pocket here for Ding Junhui. Not sure if he's got the angle to come back for the black. A little bit short of pace. This red is on down the right hand side. I think the black might go as well. Ding will have a look at that. Looks like there's just enough room. Looking to drop on the black. Oh, well played. Oh, that was really tight. You could see that, and he only just missed that first red, but great pot. Great control of the cue ball. So he's in.
Well, there's so many times in the past the Chinese snooker community looks to Ding Junhui to produce something. And this is his chance in this second frame.
Yes, and he doesn't seem to disappoint either. He's made some unbelievable breaks and clearances this week, especially in the match against Hong Kong. He was 50 odd points behind there. Barco Fu missed the black off the spot. And that was the turning point when he came to the table, dished up.
8. Nine.
I think this has been a great week actually, and all these boys, you can see in them that they've really enjoyed it. They've had a lot of fun. I would say it's a fun event. It is slightly a fun event in regards to that, but also very competitive, as you can see. Yeah, done well there to push that other red out of the way and control the cue ball. This is where the big money is in this final. Guaranteed £77,000 between them. £77,000 each if they win.
Four.
Well, when Barry played that safety, didn't get that cue ball beyond the bolt line to the back cushion, left that red on, you just felt that this might happen. As usual,
32.
as we've had all week, it will be the doubles frame after this one and then reverse singles.
33.
Fifth black coming up then.
He's got one there to the middle.
40.
Might be able to clip off a red here and get back for the black. Didn't need to touch the red. What about that with a touch of side? Brilliant.
Well, if Ding Junhui, homeboy here in Wuxi City, made a maximum in this venue, then they'd need a new roof because the old one will come off. important thing, of course, is to win the frame for his country.
48.
And that's exactly what he's looking to do. Not interested in the black,
49.
playing for the blue.
Well, he's had 453 career centuries, Ding, in a short space of time.
$54.
That's not perfect. He's going to have to shift that red out the way. This could go wrong.
55.
Nicely done. Calculated cannon.
Yes, great chance now to level up for China in impressive fashion.
It was important that they got this frame on the board. Like I said, 2-0. The doubles, anything can happen in doubles. It could have been 3-0. Then there was right up against it. Not quite there yet,
62.
but it looks like game on.
Needs another red after this pink.
Might just play on the one to the right centre. Joe to come behind it, that's fair enough. Oh, he's underhit that. He's played on the red to the left corner. Now, I'm not sure if there's anything on here.
68.
Just needing one more red as well.
Well, he's played a poor shot. He could have played on the red to the middle. Well, that is a massive mistake from Ding Junhui. Well, still looking to win it. No, it's not there. That really was a poor positional shot from the pink.
China,
And he's angry.
68.
Well, how significant could that be? 68, but there's still 75 on.
The black will be it's covered to both corners at the moment, but quite easy to get onto the pink here for Barry. Even from there, you can get in behind the black. Very unusual for Ding Junhui to play a bad positional shot from that, or like that, I should say.
One.
Or what a body blow if Hawkins could punish.
Red on the left-hand side is good for the left-hander. Still the two reds on the side cushion, which is the problem. He might play the cannon here. Unlucky. That's okay.
Seven. Eight.
Now, if this is dead straight, it's perfect because they can come back into these two reds here. Didn't quite have the angle. Would have been nice if he just nudged that red off the cushion a little bit more, so it was potable. But he's still at the table. Nicely done. Now, which way does he go here? It's got a good angle to come off the top cushion into the two reds. This could be a key shot coming up. Well done. Well, he's got one of them.
21.
Could have finished better. Well, that was purely because he was trying to hold for the black. Gone for the double. He only needs the red. Oh, well played. Well, he's calculated everything, especially when Barry pushed that red to the side cushion. That was fine ball.
Yeah, great double, and he immediately can forget all about what happened before. When he lost position, just looking to close the frame out, missed that difficult red. Snooker's required, but it should be 1-all. Ding, yet again, has played his part for China.
There's 3 snookers needed to tie. I wonder if Barry will carry on here.
China, Ed.
Might do.
Frame.
No. Is that enough?
Yes, he's staying in his chair because, of course, it's a doubles frame. He's going to shake hands, though. Ding Junhui has levelled up for China. The 68 break did the damage. A lovely double as well, just to kill it off. And it means that it's 1-all in the final, and all 4 players will be out for the next frame. It's the doubles frame, remember, first to 4 to be World Cup champions. But there was Ding Junhui levelled up for China, and this is now the first doubles frame, and it's going to be Ding to get us underway. 1 each, and it's first to 4 to win the World Cup.
Interesting here that Barry's going second. That means that Judd will be behind Liang Wenbo. Yeah, that's pretty good. Blocked off the left-hand side, and Ding's got the problem of the 2 reds near the right-hand cushion. Well, this has to be perfect here. He might sort of clatter into things if he's not careful. Well, he went for the pot.
Quiet, please.
Well, I think it's worth having a go at this red down the left-hand side here for Barry. He will be on the black. Just float it in. Played the stun. And I think he's left it. Well, I say that, but this red is very thin. could have been worse. Okay, he's hampered, but he's on the pink. And he can drop it in for the red nearest the blue. And that's not a problem.
Seven.
Oh, another one of those that
8.
you weren't sure about. He was heading for the jaw, but it's wriggled in.
Yeah, he had a sympathy vote there. Well, dead straight on the left on one would be perfect. You can come through for the black. He's got a little bit of angle, he's got to be careful here. Oh,
14.
no, he's okay. He's got there.
$21.
I think he played on the bottom red there, but he's on the higher one. Down
Worth saying again that when the World Cup was revived in 2011, it was Ding and Liang that won it. But when it came back again 2 years ago, Ding was partnered by Zhao Guodong because he was then the second highest ranked player. So Liang didn't actually get a chance to defend it.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it? But it does go off the world rankings. I think this is blue to the middle, playing the cannon. Oh, that was a mile away.
It was a big shot,
China,
that, wasn't it? It was always obviously
22.
going into the reds, and he's now going back to his seat.
Well, it's not nice to say, but Liang has thrown a lot of those in this week.
Well, Judd Trump in the second doubles frame in the semi-final against China B made a 74 break to kill it off very cleanly. Wow.
England 1.
Oh, was that a kick? He didn't like the contact there. Well, they can be made, but there's some distance between them. There might be another one here to the yellow pocket. Screw back to the top cushion for safety. On the black, of course, if it goes in. Well, that's not necessarily safe, because there is a red to the same pocket here for Barry.
It was only good news for Trump about the kick was that it impacted the white to such an extent he didn't leave an easy pot on.
Yeah, no one's ding here, that's why I think Barry will just clip off this one for safety. Lovely pace there. trying to apply a little bit of pressure here to Liang. Well, he's got the mistake out of him. Now then, what can Judd do with this chance?
One.
Well, he was robbed last time by the bad contact, but this looks like a great chance for Judd Trump.
Just giving himself some time here to work things out. Problem is, these sort of situations with all the reds open like this, you've got to stay in the moment. You get ahead of yourself too much and suddenly the plan can go wrong.
7.
Start thinking too far ahead. You're expected to win the frame from these sort of positions, but you still have to do it.
8.
You know, he could possibly take the black here and free up that pocket.
Fifteen. 16.
I'll say one thing, David, this week, with all the humidity and some of the thunderstorms and things we have, I think the playing conditions have been superb.
23.
Yes, we've had the odd kicks, nothing really horrendous, the odd big bounce, but overall, I think the tables have played very well.
24.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah, the fitters have done a great job. Don't think there's been any complaints from the players.
As in that frame that I mentioned in the semi-finals, Trump just taking his time, making sure here.
$31. 32. 39. 40.
Next frame is going to be Barry Hawkins against Liang Wenbo, reverse singles. And if Hawkins were to win that, assuming Trump wins this frame, then of course Judd Trump would have the chance to
46.
kill it off in frame 5. Must win this one first.
47. 53.
32 the lead. A couple of reds of colours will be enough. Just landed a little bit in between there. He wanted to be on the blue to the middle to come down for these reds, and now this is not good. He's just doing the calculations. There's a bit to do. Still looking to play the blue, I think, and come off top and side cushions. Just put the white in between the final two reds. Well, if you test the green or the blue, he only needs one more red. Problem here is if he goes for the blue, lays on the red, but misses the blue, the green is guaranteed. But of course it meant that he had to leave this red from distance.
57.
Train ball could have been a lot easier.
Yeah, he'll be going for this though.
England 57.
It was just the red before that. He just went too far on the blue.
So 36 in it, 43 still remaining.
Oh, it's clipped off the pink. Well, Judd could knock in the red than needed, could Barry do it here. Oh! So near, yet so far.
Well, this looked in. But it's not in. China hanging on, they can't believe it. Trump and Hawkins.
Well, I think it will cut back in, although it looks pretty tight to the cushion. And of course, the white will be flying up and down the table. Oh, well, frame over.
Well, I think that picture tells a story, doesn't it? It was a chance.
I'd like to get on a colour here as well, Judd, just to make sure. Well, it's not the perfect angle on the black, but just take the extra 7 points.
1.
Doesn't matter about the final red. I just thought when Liang was getting down there, David, that red looked tricky, didn't it? Because it was tight to the cushion. If it'd been a fraction off it, would have been much easier.
8.
Yeah, it wasn't certainly wasn't hanging in the jaws, put it that way. 44 the lead, 35 on, 3 snookers required. Well, that ends that. Fantastic pot from Judd Trump. He's played a good frame. He had that 57 break, and England are back in front. I'm sure the handshakes will come.
England 9. And the frame.
Indeed they do. So England lead 2-1, and Barry Hawkins and Liang Wenbo are going to stay out there. I don't think Judd Trump quite knows what the order is, but it's Barry against Liang in the next frame, with England leading by 2 frames to 1 here in the World Cup final in China. Next frame against Liang Wenbo, who's just left the arena, maybe just to pull himself together a little bit after that doubles frame. Hawkins, of course, lost his singles frame to Ding. But he knows if he can win this frame, then he puts the team in a very strong position with Trump to play Ding in the next frame. It would be some story for Barry. He wasn't supposed to be in the event, of course, originally, but Mark Selby couldn't travel with his broken toe, so what a bonus for this man.
Thank you.
And pressure on Liang in this frame to do something in this final. It's 2-1 to England. This is frame 4 of a possible 7. Barry Hawkins getting it underway.
No, he's played one as well. Look at that. The pace. Very good. Yeah, I just wonder how that will affect Liang Wenbo actually when he tried to cut that red in. We said it wasn't easy because it was tight to the cushion. But he's got to pick himself up in this frame. And quickly. Oh, that's poor. It really is poor. Anything but that. He was just trying to catch the end red fullish and he's clipped it and left everything on. Well, Barry in first then. Can the Englishmen make it 3-1 for them? Put them in a very strong position in this final.
Nine.
I just fancy him to knock something substantial here, 70 or 80.
$16. $17.
Will he go into the bunch here? If he hits the pink fullish, medium pace, should land on one, if not others. Full ball on the pink though, not a glancing blow, otherwise you could lose the white. Well, I think this red still goes to the middle, but he's gone a little bit further away from it than he would have liked. Yes, no problem.
23.
Nice recovery. He's been cueing beautifully this week. He really has. Just wonder how much preparation he had as well, David, before you got the phone call. I mean, he looks quite tanned. Obviously, he's been away on holiday, like a lot of the lads do, but he might have come in pretty fresh, actually.
The problem he had was getting his visa. It was a last-minute thing, so I'm not quite sure what England would have done there, but anyway, he made it, and
26.
here he is with a chance to put his country 3-1 up in the final.
27. Yeah, sure. 34.
Well, I've still got, what, 4 good reds on here.
Thank you. 35.
Nice bit of reverse side on the cue ball there,
42.
as well as the backspin. Yeah, I think this has been a very good team this week, David. You've got the flamboyance of Judd, but then you've got the steadiness of Barry Hawkins, and they've gelled really well.
They have, and it's not just about the matches, it's you know, how you spend your time away from them as well. It helps if you get on in a two-man team.
Gone for the back red, but I think he's gone too far for that. Has the one to the middle.
48.
It's a bit of a springy bounce off the top cushion there, but you can drop this in and land on the black. Play, well, just about playing ball. Oh.
England 48.
Yeah, just look where he's finished with the white. I think Liang is looking at a possible 2-ball plant to the right centre pocket, but I'm not sure whether it's dead on. Play down for the yellow into the centre. Well, he fancies it. Set. No, he's missed it. And he's left it.
Yeah, again, it was a big shot, that. Could be his last shot in this frame. Hawkins already 48 to the good.
One. Three. Four.
Well, just for a second there, I thought he'd overcut that. The red's in the way to play the green and get into the bunch, so he might just play the cannon into the single red here. Well, he's played on the back red, but there was enough room to get around that other red, but he hasn't finished well.
7.
Can't really see him going for this. Should just push it around the table.
England 7.
Well, another good visit. It was only 7, but he put himself in a good position here, Barry Hawkins, and he's got the snooker as well, so he's applied the pressure. Well, they had to get right in behind that because there was a possible red to the middle. .55 the lead, 75 on. Well, caught the pink twice there. That was the problem. Just a little bit of a stretch for a left-hander. This one's not easy either, over the green. Good part. He's on the black. Not perfectly, but he's on it. Well, could this be the beginning and the end of this 4th frame? And England would then be leading 3-1. It might be now.
Been a very disappointing frame for Liang Wenbo.
8.
Nothing's gone right for him, and this is frame ball to put England on the brink. Which means Judd Trump
9.
has the chance to kill it off against Ding in the next frame.
$16. 17.
That shouldn't matter. He's done
England
enough
17. And the frame.
to put England, as I say, within 1 of taking the spoils here. Disciplined frame that from Barry Hawkins, and England lead China A in the final by 3 frames to 1. It's Judd Trump, with England needing just 1 more frame to become World Cup champions, and already a chance. And a player as good as Judd Trump, long red, 1 chance might be all he needs. We shall see, but he's in. Well, Ding relieved, of course, to be coming back to the table, albeit snookered. If he can win this frame, there'll be a doubles frame. And if China can win that one, then it's sudden death singles. I'm sure Ding would put himself in, but got to win this one first to take it that far. Now we're going back.
Yeah. I'll
tell you what, for me, that seemed to come off a little bit narrow off that
6.
second cushion. It squared up. I think Ding was expecting it to slide a little bit. It came off a bit square.
Yeah.
That's why he hit the pink. Yeah, looking at that cushion there, he didn't like the bounce. Well, for me, it definitely squared off.
Micah Kessler, the referee, just looking at the screen, the Hawkeye technology to make sure everything's back properly. There it is. It's good technology. You can see the little circles, little rings, just as a guide to where the balls were.
It's like little chips on a roulette table. You are right, it's like that. That's perfect. That's good to me.
What's with this red? Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I think Ding will be playing the same shot, but he's going to have to play with a touch more side and get slightly further down on this second cushion. Well, hopefully the cushion will react properly this time. Has he gone too far down? He might have done, you know. Well, he's got away with that, but he nearly overcompensated. Could have easily have left a red on there. And of course the pressure on Ding Junhui to keep this match alive. That's pacey. Well, just as well that he's blocked that corner pocket with the other red. Well, that's a fluke.
Just gives him a chance to take control of the table.
China 1.
Looking to rest on the red near the black, I think. That's good. Has he got the pace? Just. Don't try this one at home, folks. Oh, that's been called a push shot, I think.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I think it might have been taken back. It was called a foul initially. I'm not sure what for. No, don't tell me he's left this. I think he has. No, that's a little bit careless from Judd. No, couldn't see the potting angle. Well, he hasn't played that very well. I was expecting to try and put the white next to the yellow. Well, there's a red that's right of the pink. Now, if this is an individual match, I think he might take it on. But of course, he's got to think of his partner, Barry Hawkins. And, of course, he's looking to kill off the match here. Well, here we go. Well, he is taking it on. Well, if it had gone in, it would have been a Judd special, but...
Well, now it's all down to Ding to put something together. Trump saw a chance to kill it off there.
It's gone a bit far as well. Nice recovery.
4.
Feels like Ding's been around forever. He's still only 30. Of course, last 2 years, the World Championship just come unstuck against Mark Selby. Final 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, and of course earlier this year, last season, again in the semis. He'd beaten Liang, he'd beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan, but Selby won their epic semi-final.
5.
What was he, 16, 17 when he won that final against Hendry, David? Just to come to 17, something like that?
When he won the China Open, he was 18.
Yeah, 18. That's pretty good.
8.
Stay in the line. Might have to concentrate on the pink and the blue here. Doesn't really want to touch the black. Doesn't matter how you get over the line. Just looking to keep this match alive. What's he done there?
15.
Well, I don't think he's best pleased with that left-hand cushion at the moment.
Recovered well there.
16. Twenty-two. 23. 29.
Of course, the other year he came close at the Crucible. It was Trump that beat him in another wonderful semi-final, 17-15 in 2011.
30.
Yeah, nicely done. Nice touch there. Leads by 19.
36.
Well, I would expect him to win the frame here, or at least leave Judd needing snookers.
37.
Well, he might not get another chance, but if he does, like I said, he might need snookers.
Forty-three. 44.
'Nicely done. Nicely held for the red.
Fifty-one.
And he goes to the left corner. You can play a little cannon into the two reds. He already leads by 34. Typical Ding Junhui. This. No, he doesn't want to be straight on this black. Anything but straight. He wanted to be low for the cannon. Unless he can get around for the red into the right corner. But this is typical Ding Junhui. A superb break at the right time. Well, he's obviously landed dead straight on this black. He's been looking at the red to the left middle. Well, there could still be a twist here. It seems he's got some angle to get around the 2 cushions. I'm not sure whether he's gone high enough for the right on red.
59.
Well played.
60.
Well, that was a great recovery pot. And you can see that red goes into this corner as well.
Fumble.
So just stun down the right hand side. That brown was fine ball. The crowd have done their calculations, but really make sure with this red as well. That will stop any thoughts of
64.
Judd coming back to the table here. It's looking like 3-2. It's game on. Well, as I've just mentioned, David, typical Ding Junhui. When needed, he comes up with the goods.
Yes, a great break by a great player. Under pressure as well to produce it. And I know one thing, if China do win the doubles frame, it is guaranteed that Ding will play the last
69.
frame. An excellent 69. Judd Trump went for a long red. It could have gone in, they could have been his, but it didn't. And Ding has done what he had to do. He's won the frame to the delight of this audience here in Wuxi City. They know they're going to get at least one more frame. China still in with a chance of winning the World Cup. England now lead the final by 3 frames to 2. Ding Junhui, Liang Wenbo for China. The other doubles frame, of course, was won by the English pair.
Thank you. It's frame number 6. England to break.
Trump did the damage in that frame. He made a 57 break, and he's breaking off here at the start of the 6th frame. And reminder, if China do win the doubles, we go to a sudden death singles.
Great pot. Just lost the wise a little bit. Wanted to hold it there. Well, Ding's got his tail up. There's no doubt about that. Oh.
China 1.
So close. Well, just as well, they didn't need that red on to the right corner. There's one to the middle, but I can't see Barry playing that. That's tough. pace again. Would have liked the white behind the yellow though, just to block off the left-hand side.
Well, Liang Wenbo has lost his 2 singles frames, but I'm sure he's delighted that Ding did the business in that last frame.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I know he's caught the yellow, only just. Well, this match is fascinating now. Are we going to see another frame? Well, not good, but I think he's, well, I was going to say he got away with it, but there is a red here to the right middle for Bowie. They could drop it in for the black, but he might be leaving another red on here. I think he's got the straighter one. Well, he could play the right hand one here, leave the white on the side cushion and probably hide the one to the left. Black waiting. Well played. Played the screw shot, but I'm very surprised he played it like that. I thought he might have played it full-blooded. Can he cut this back in? It's okay. He's got one there. You can drop this in for the blue.
8. Touching ball.
There's no harder team to get in than the English team. They've got so many top players, and it looked like Hawkins had missed out, but with Mark Selby pulling out, it would be an irony, I think, if he could win the winning frame of the final.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. What a story. Last man in, last man standing. He's never done that though.
14.
Well, I think he can pot that, but just a question of what he can do with the white. I think he's going to screw back for the blue here. Lots of backspin. Nicely done.
15.
Back in prime position. And just look at these reds now, waiting to be potted. This is all about not being careless. But he's been pretty solid all week. He's been Mr. Reliable.
20. 21.
Would you believe that?
England 21.
I said about not getting careless.
I just came out of nowhere, that. You notice there, though, Trump, he wasn't scowling at him, he just had a little smile on his face, thinking, well, we can still get back to the table.
Yeah, the pressure is still on China A. They have to produce here to force the decider. Liang knows if he misses one, it could be over. Should have been over there.
Yes, and he hasn't had a good match so far. This is a chance. It's his last frame he's going to play, I would have thought, so it's his chance to make amends.
Yes, I think by his own admissions, he knows that he's been a little bit in and out this week. Not as consistent as he would have liked to have been. But hey, they're here in the final. With a chance to force the decider.
6.
Well, again, I think that that side cushion is playing up a little bit. We'll have to play the green here.
Yeah, good recovery that. He is a confident character,
10.
Liang Wenbo. Just got to keep calm though here. Well, that wasn't a bad bounce. He's put himself under it again.
Yeah.
Quietly,
He's
please.
going to need the green again. But he's going to have to put a little bit more on the cue ball this time. Yeah, it seemed a bit edgy. Well, it's not understandable. There's a lot of pressure on out there. Might tuck him behind the blue.
China 11.
Well, he'd be disappointed that he wasn't on the blue and still going, but that will do as second best. We'd like to rest on one of those near the side cushion, but even then he might leave one. Now, what's he thinking? He tried to use the cushion, but screw back off the rail into bolt there. even close. And he hasn't blocked the red to the middle, and he's angry.
He's not getting any less nervy, put it that way, this match. And I think these doubles frames naturally are anyway, because it's a little bit stop-start. Anyway, Hawkins with the next chance. And this time it's in.
One.
Just saw Trump just sort of tapping his leg in applause there.
Yeah, I think when Judd played that escape out of the snooker, he's probably gone back to Barry and said, I'm sorry, partner, I couldn't think of anything else. But they've got the chance.
Nine.
If I'd done that slightly, might play the yellow. Looking to float the blue in. I think the yellow is a good angle. Even the brown. Two open reds, and then the hard work starts, but they have a 20-point lead.
Thank you. 12.
Missed it.
England 12.
Well, Barry still has a smile on his face, but okay, he's left this red, but he knows for Liang Wenbo everything else is difficult. I wonder if you apply the cannon into the red here, move the one off the cushion. Missed it. Needs a nice kiss.
One.
Well, hasn't got one. The black's still possible though. This is not ideal. Well, we know at this game of snooker, when the pressure comes on, anything can happen, and often does. Well played. Well, don't tell me you're going to take the double on.
4.
Wouldn't surprise me with Liang. What about that one? Huh.
5.
Still, it's another good one here, though. You'll screw back off the black here, top and side cushions, try and disturb this red near the pink. That's what he wants to hit. Just cushion first would be perfect. Got to get some action into the white, though. Well, he's got plenty of cue action. Didn't hit it.
12.
Well, just play off this red, push the pink off the cushion, white down the table. Well, for me, that's not good. He's 9 points behind. Why doesn't he bring the pink into play?
China 12.
I suppose if the other flip of the coin, he's leaving it there just in case for a little bit of insurance. Is 2 reds on. Oh, Judd's played one here. He's played one. Good hit. We'll settle for that. Well, Barry will push this red up the table. There is room behind this black here if he gets it right. Tell you what, it's a good effort. Oh. Well, the significance of that pink being on the side cushion, if England were to get in here and take 2 blues for the reds, they won't need the pink, whereas China will. Now then. Oh, Judd's had a bonus there, pushing that blue safe. Nice cueing. Go on, keep going. Yeah, nicely on the brown. Well, this will be some clearance because he's got to sort out the blue and sort out the pink. Well, imagine if he gets the blue, drops that in, and then doubles the pink in the middle.
Well, if he can take another brown off this red, he won't need the pink.
And well, I'm just going back to the clearance he made against Hong Kong against Marco Fu the other day. It was superb.
Six.
Yeah, he's heard you, David. Yep, it would be 15 in the lead with 13 on with the blue.
Yeah, sure.
So the shot brown to pink, sorry, brown to blue coming up. Could well decide whether we're going to one last sudden death frame.
Well, it would be fitting. We've had a great week. You just quickly double check the scoreboard there. Well, anywhere near the top, well, near to the top cushion, left hand side of the black is okay. On the brown. Oh, he doesn't want this straight. I think he's got the angle just to screw back, sort of past the middle pocket here. He could have done with more angle on this, Brown. Well, he's got to get past the middle pocket with reverse side. Don't forget to pot the brown.
Yes, thinking so much there about where he wanted the cue ball that he's taking his half the pot.
Quiet, please.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's nicely done. Well, China want brown and blue. England need brown, blue and pink. Well, this brown will go. It's all about control of the cue ball. I think he can avoid the corner pocket here. Don't understand why he's played it that way. If he plays it thin, I would have fancied him playing off 3 or 4 cushions, not to drop it in like that. He's got to try and get over to the left-hand side, I mean close to the blue. The blue would have been potted, well, pottable in at least 3 pockets. Well, China need the brown and the blue, but he's got to get onto the blue here. That needs to slow down. Well, here we go. It could be about that pink.
My word, it's nervy. Obviously screwing back to try and get on the blue. That's why he's missed the brown. A little smile from Ding. They're all smiling. They're all feeling it. What's going to happen next?
If only we knew. Well, white up and down. Anywhere past the black on the left-hand side would be perfect. And then, possibly, the double on the pink to the centre for the title. Where's this going to finish? He's caught the black. Oh, dear me.
4.
Well, anything but that. I think this blue does pass the black here, but I wonder whether Judd will take it on. Surely he'll just push it to the top cushion. I think he's having a go. Well, he was thinking about it.
I suppose the calculation now is, of course, China also now need the pink. Anyway, it's played safe, and well,
England
this
4.
is really in the balance now. If all 3 balls on cushions, this is anyone's. But remember, of course, China have got to win it to take us to a decider.
Yeah. Do you want heads or tails here, Dave? Now then. Oh, hang on, hang on. But the thing is, I mean, the blue isn't a certainty here. But if he knocks it in, it's frame and match. Will he go for this blue?
That's right. Well, the pink's unmissable, so it's all about the blue. It could be a lot easier. Everyone just settling down, wondering what he's going to do.
Phone a friend. Well, what a decision to be made by this man. Will he try and drop it in?
Things as well, not allowed to turn around to Judd Trump and say, what should I do? You can't confer when you're at the table. So it's up to you, Barry, to decide.
Of course, if he misses, the blue could be left on to anywhere. If it goes in, it's all over. He's gone for it, I think, has he? No, he's decided to play safe. And again, he's got a great cue ball on that back cushion. What did you hear, David? Pop the blue to the left corner.
It's another one of those where, you know, it's not an individual choice, it's a team game, so you're not just playing for yourself.
Chose to play it to the back cushion. I'll tell you what, he's played one. That is very good indeed under the pressure. Just look at that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That was pretty coolly done as well.
It was. I'll tell you what, do you fancy the cross double into the right middle? He might have a go at this. Yeah, he's looking at it. The pink unmissable. He's going to have a go at the cross double here, I'm sure.
Ooh, he got so close to it as well.
Oh, that was a fraction. Absolute fraction.
Well, you need nerves of steel, don't you, to play this game at the top level. The crowd as well, being put through it.
At least the blue went safe. Oh, this is great stuff. This really is great stuff from these boys. Now it's Liang's turn to feel the heat. Played one a few minutes ago. Can he do the same here? What he doesn't want is a double kiss. To the side cushion. Oh, hang on, hang on.
Oh,
Oh. Where's that script?
Ting can't even look. He can't even look.
I bet you're saying to Elaine, why you put me through all this? I just wonder. I don't know. Would Judd play a double?
In a funny sort of way, if the pink had gone in, it wouldn't have been a calamity because it's unmissable where it is now. Back on its spot, you'd still have to get on it.
Well, Judd just looked at Barry there, but of course he can't ask him. I bet Barry said, well, probably just do what you want. Went for the double. Oh, it nearly went off the black as well. It's not bad. Re-rack.
The thing is, as we see the shot again, I mean, they play in high pressure situations all the time, but not quite like this in a team environment.
You could lay a snooker here, put both balls to the side cushion. Well played. No.
Oh, miss.
He was just jesting there, he was going to play that was definitely going back. I'm not sure if this angle is on actually. I think the middle pocket's in the way. He might have to come off two cushions. I mean, the problem he's got, he's tight to the cushion, he needs to apply some side, so I can't think I'm not sure if he can do it. Got to be two cushions. China only need blue and pink. I think he's missed it again.
So now China only need the blue. I mean, with the pink over the pocket, it doesn't really matter, but it's a concern for sure for Hawkins.
Well, the miss has been called because the snooker wasn't required, but if Barry misses it this time, well, no, there's still 17 in it actually, with 18 on. So he's got one more go here. Looks better. Looks better, unless he doesn't 10 it over. Well, I tell you what, he's done well there. But the blue is potable to the corner.
England would, of course, need all three balls now. But the blacks, of course, come off the cushion.
Well, does he have a go here? If the blue goes in, we're into a decider. Nope, he's playing the safety. I suppose wise at this stage. But once again, it could have been a better white. I mean, if Judd could get this cue ball to stick to the cushion, he might be able to lay a snooker here. He's played one. He's played one. Well done. Yeah, I was thinking about the snooker. We didn't quite have the angle for that. That was the best alternative, really. Well, it's all down to the blue. Well, he's not quite over the line here yet, but I think it would be fitting, considering the week that we've had. A wonderful week that you can either clear the table or at least make a century. Oh, why did I say that?
Well,
China,
he was
59.
interested. He sort of hesitated before he played the shot. He got up again and got back down, and the miss has come out of nowhere, though. Not over yet, then. It was a great chance, but Ding breaks down on 59.
And Judd was out of his chair like a greyhound out of the traps there. No easy red on, though. I think he's taking this to the left middle. Oh, well played. What a red to get in. Oh. Well, after the last frame we've had, anything can happen here. Well, he could take a little risk and try and nudge the red off the cushion. Doesn't have to touch that red yet. Played the cannon and he's played it well. Yep, got another red into play. Now then, the other red near the back cushion is a couple of inches away from the cushion. He's giving himself every chance now because he's got the awkward one in play. It's not there, you know. It's wide. And he's covered it.
So they've each had a chance, but China lead by 55. The decider was 67 on.
Cushion first here, he's going to get right in behind the red. Yeah, well done. I think he's covered the one near the corner pocket as well with the blue. Just.
I think we've definitely seen that there's a different pressure playing for your country. It's not just about you and your own game.
Well, absolutely, David. Can he see this one? No, it's wide. Oh, now then. Well, that could have been worse.
Well, it's about one good pot really for Ding. And that could be the one.
Well, he's already a massive hero in China. He could be an even bigger one in a minute.
Nice kiss on the blue as well, which will put him, as you can see, 61 in front with 59 on. So whatever you do, just pot it.
He's just doing the calculations here, just trying to keep a clear mind.
Well, you could take the black, but the same thing applies. Pot it, and it'll be snookers required.
Well, why is he taking the black? The blue's guaranteed. Why is he taking the black? Just not the blue in. Probably thinks it's easier to get onto the next red, and the next red would really seal it.
Well, listen to the cheer. They're getting ready to celebrate here.
8.
Well, that was the reason why he took that, because he knew he landed on a couple of reds.
Well, they've dug themselves out of a hole. They were 3-1 down. It was that doubles frame, the epic frame that they won on the colours, and Ding has brought them home. No better man to do that for China. Disappointment for the English, who played really well in this tournament. Judd Trump and Barry Hawkins, but just in the end came up short. Well, he'll be very proud, and I'm sure we'll see Liang, as Mike says, celebrating with him very soon. It was China B last time, the teenagers, of course, but the senior men have done the business 2 years on.
Well, I mean, Ding's done this all week. He's been superb.
28.
And he's not finished yet. No pressure now, is there?
Such a show-off.
Well, now the celebrations can begin for China. Ding Junhui brings them home in the decider, and here comes Liang Wenbo to join in the celebrations. Yes, England fully played their part, but here in Wuxi City, the hometown of Ding Junhui, it's China A who win the World Cup in 2017. A very tense final it turned into, particularly that second doubles frame, but it's Ding who wins the decider, and it's China who are taking home the trophy.
Thank you, our sponsor, Wuxi Little Swan Company, for your support to our event.
下面颁发亚军紫砂奖牌及赛事奖金。
Next is the presentation of purple stand award and a bonus to our runner-up winner.
请本次比赛亚军获得者贾德、特鲁姆普、巴黎、霍金斯上台领奖。
Let's welcome the runner-up winner to the stage.
有请无锡市人民政府副秘书长吴建尚先生、无锡小店和有限公司品牌管理总监王万宇先生颁奖。
Let's welcome our presenter, Mr. Wu Tianshao, Vice Secretary of Wuxi Municipal People's Government, and Mr. Wang Wenli, Grand Management Director of Wuxi Little Swan Company. Congratulations to the winners.
下面颁发冠军奖杯、冠军紫砂奖牌及赛事奖金，请本次冠军获得者丁俊晖、梁红博上台领奖。 长刘霞女士，国家体育总局小球运动管理中心运动生部长中台协秘书长王刚女士，无锡市体育局局长王浩然颁奖。
Let's welcome Ms. Liu Xia, Vice Mayor of Wuxi Municipal People's Government, Ms. Liu Hao, Division Chief of Wuxi Multiple Games and Relationship Center, and Mr. Wang Haoran, Director of Wuxi Sports Bureau, to present the trophy, awards, and bonus.
祝贺获奖球员，感谢颁奖嘉宾。